Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Thursday, September 4th, 2014. Yesterday's announcements, kind of lackluster. Nothing really fantastic. Motor vehicle sales looked pretty good. Factory orders didn't, and the beige book, that's the Fed's comments, I guess you could say, on the economy, and they're just saying it's moderately improving. Just nothing fantastic. Not in trouble though either. Just treading water and trying to keep your nose above the waterline. Kind of a busy day today though. We have the ADP employment report, which is normally on a Wednesday. I think the first Wednesday of the month, but because of the holiday, it's on Thursday. And international trade, jobless claims, which should be pretty high because I guess Atlantic City is pretty much shutting down their casinos. Productivity and costs, non-manufacturing index, EIA petroleum report, and this column is really long today. At 9 o'clock tonight, this person speaks. I was going to try to pronounce that name, but that's okay. It's a little bit too early in the morning for me. So that is that. Let's take a look across the ponds over in Asia. Mostly bearish, but flat. Too flat, I should say. Not too bearish, just barely bearish. And in Europe, barely bearish to flat there as well. But I wanted to point something out to you, a little article that I caught last night, and as I was thinking about this, I actually tweeted it out on my Twitter account. I'm not a real Twitter freak or anything, but I thought people should note this. This little article here. Now, Samsung is one of probably the biggest smartphone competitor to Apple out there. But I wanted to show you this little puppy right here. So this gear thing, I want you to note right here, this is a Samsung phone plugged into a set of virtual 3D goggles. And I was thinking, oh my God, people are going to be tuning out like you would not believe, and they will eventually live in a virtual 3D world. So the Matrix becomes reality, I guess you could say. Don't you think that, for people that already are buried in their phones constantly, now they don't even have to hold them. They just put them on as goggles, and away you go. The next thing is an implant in your head. Just mark my words. It's not very far away. So catch this article right here. Apple sheds $26 billion in market value. And then if you go and just look at news for Samsung and some of the things that they're doing, they have this phone called the Edge, and I think the display actually wraps around the edge. It's just, if I was over in Apple and the only thing I had coming up was a bigger iPhone, to match Samsung, this bigger device that came out a while ago, it looks like you're trying to catch up, if you ask me. So that $100 Apple price that I was talking about the other day, well, I think we're going to find out here. They lost 1.2% here. I think we're going to find out that they're going to have a pretty hard time. The unfortunate thing is, I don't think Samsung stock trades on any U.S. exchange or anything that we could do options on. I spent just, a minute or two trying to find their symbol or any stock prices or anything like that, and can't seem to find it. So, alright, that's it for the commentary. in the markets over here this morning, looks like we might gap up, and that's what we looked like yesterday, and spent the rest of the day pulling back. So we're up a tad here on the futures, and gold is at 1273, and oil is at 95.14. So now we're finally back above that 95 point, which I'm not real happy about. Okay, so we had alerts go off like crazy yesterday at the open. And even though the alarms went off like crazy, you waited the allotted amount of time. Like after 10 o'clock, don't trade between 9:30 and 10. If we would have traded at the open, at least when I looked at it later, every one of these would have been, well, we've been in trouble in all of them. So let's take a look at Apple. Start out, first up the bat is Apple. Uh-oh. Okay, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Alright. Yeah, look what happened here with our friends at Apple. Anyway, it's finally coming down here into our target area, but it might just crash right through it and never come back up again. Who knows? Anything can happen, but this had a huge impact on the market yesterday, just all by itself. The effect that Apple can have market-wide is pretty amazing. Alright, so Amazon was on our alert list yesterday. The alert triggered, and she just dropped down and is breaking out of its channel. So good thing we wait until almost the end of this particular candle here, and the candle actually ends at 9:48. So when I come and look at it, it's basically on this candle, and I see that it has pulled back. I did not get overly excited and do a crazy trade, and yes, MACD says no. So we do actually have another day on this, but I just don't know. I'm not going to put an alert on this after this particular candle right here and this price action. So we're taking a pass on this. I'm taking the marker off. Our target is now gone. This channel is no longer good. So I'm going to take that out too. So Amazon, you're going over to the sideline. You're going to sit on the bench for a while. Alright, Baidu gapped up. I saw this price action here. I decided not to get in on it. And new target over here. So we're 3 days into this, getting a little bit long in the tooth. I didn't want to risk an at-the-money spread around here. This price or 225, maybe 227.50. Not sure if they have. Let's take a look here. Yeah, they're $2.50 spreads. I was not going to risk anything like that here. I would have had to go in here, and I'm not excited about that. So I took a pass on that. Alright, Chipotle. Just very, very choppy. Nothing going on with Chipotle here. Costco had an alert on it yesterday. Here's another one of those goofy candles, and it's only happening on Costco. But the alert on Costco went off. Came and took a look at it around, it was a little bit after 10 actually. So this candle here ends at 11:06. Or starts, yeah, it ends at 11:06. So it was during this candle, saw the pullback, stayed out. So is there anything new coming up here? Day 3, we're out. Let's see here, let's move it back. Well, actually move it. This one we're going to move. And wait for another opportunity. And we'll find out if this fails as time goes on, but it does not look good right now. Let's take a look at the Dow. Yes, it had a nice open pullback. You can see that as evidenced in this candle right here. Very flat, very toppy, kind of top heavy. I think that we actually could be into a double top here, and if we don't break out, we're going down, baby. That's a normal theory, charting theory. Gold, what kind of craziness are we seeing here? Well, we're seeing plenty. Google, we don't pay much attention to that. Google had a nice open. It pulled back too. We have a target set here. We're acting kind of crazy here, thinking that it may be starting a new uptrend. Only time will tell. LinkedIn, very toppy and flat. I've seen a lot of topping patterns, just like the indexes. Just not much tradable stuff here unless you want to go long. And I want to say a couple words about that. I believe, let's go take a look here. Let's see, analyze. I need something with a calendar. I just want to show you here. Okay, so September 11th is next Thursday. And although I'm not... I don't want to be negative or anything like that, but I definitely am not going to be positive delta or long going into anywhere near this date, a day or two either side of it. So anything I'm in right now, I will either get out of today or tomorrow, and I do not plan on trading anything long this week. If I see some bearish trades that I can go short or have negative delta on, that's what I'll do. There's just too much going on, and there's too much craziness in the world, and there's too much conflicting information out there, and disinformation, and truth squads, and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm very nervous this time around. So if there's a big push up in the market, and we're positive delta here for the all the way across, if there's a big push up in the market, I will not be in come this weekend. There's no way, Jose. Alright, so we are now on NDX. We're not seeing a double top here, but we are seeing a top, we think. We actually had a new high yesterday, and then Apple sucked everybody down. So we're heading down into our tradable area here, but timing wise, if this is Friday, no. It's just there for information purposes. Netflix, nice topping pattern going on here. Dang. Okay, not sure exactly where I left off, but Netflix topping out here. We have a target down here, but it's not really valid anymore because never hit it. At least out in the future. We had one down here, but we never got confirmation. Kept us out, which is fine. So now we really should get rid of this one, because we can't have a target unless we go at least above 70. And we have some older stuff back here. Let's get rid of all drawings. Alright, price line. Whoa. Good night, price line. It's been nice knowing you. It's got a long way to go, though. $1,248, or $1,234 actually. It was the close. Below the 50. Below the 50, folks. It's been testing it. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. 3 boinks. And a oops. And here she goes. Alright, the Russell. We are in on the Russell here. With expiration next week. We'll be out of this week. So hopefully it plays out for us. And we can end up with a little bit of a profit on that. SPX, we actually have 2 of them. I have my 2,000 bet going on here at the 2,000 level. We are currently at 2,072. And then we have one down here, a 20 delta at 1980. Tesla. Oh, yes, they picked Nevada for their battery factory. Is that correct? It's like, wow, we're going to make batteries for Tesla. They sell, what, maybe 100 or 500 cars a year. And a battery factory, I mean, states are fighting over a battery factory. I think I would put my money with Toyota and their fuel cell car rather than Tesla and a bunch of environmentally unfriendly batteries. Okay, but anyway, we're still looking for a target here, and let's just slide that over a tad, maybe hopefully into later next week, after we get through the 9/11 anniversary, and see what happens. And last but not least was Visa. We had a 20 delta alert on it yesterday. No way, Jose, based on this price pattern here. Give me some follow-through. No follow-through. Even though we proved out here, there just is no follow-through here. So staying away from Visa for right now as well. So we got through today with only 2 crashes. So that's good. I had a viewer send me an email about getting matched memory, and I went and I checked it out, and it's really pricey. You can almost buy a new laptop. So I still think that it's a conflict with Camtasia, because I do not have this problem during the day at all. So that's what I think the problem is. And maybe I just switch too quickly over to charts after I pick my symbol here. I don't know. Maybe I could just type it in on the charts right here and see if it crashes doing that. I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow. But for today, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. And of course, happy trading.